giving my children no hope besides maybe OnlyFans if they're a girl.
At one point, the other guest suggested, and Tim Pool agreed, with the notion that young American women today have no other options in terms of career prospects or income other than OnlyFans, which is, in case you don't know, like a subscription website where people can sell pornography of themselves. I'm not out here defending OnlyFans. I've always said I think people shouldn't do it. You usually won't make any money and you'll regret it. But that's like just not true, that people have no other options other than selling their bodies online because of our dystopian economy or something. Like, that's just not reality. It's completely untethered from reality, in fact. Here's that clip.
And then we get a new iPhone that has an action button on the side. That's worth gutting the entire Midwest culture of the United States, or giving my children no hope besides maybe OnlyFans if they're a girl, or becoming a podcaster. Tim, God forbid.
Heaven help us.
God forbid our kids ever do that.
But this is just a non-reality. The idea that young women growing up today have no options other than OnlyFans. You need to touch grass.
No,
I'm too much time on Twitter.
No.
Okay, how about
There's over
this?
a million American girls on OnlyFans. That's crazy.
Yeah,
There's over a million prostitutes.
That's not because they haven't.
No, I'm saying because they're best options right now.
Not
the culture we're creating, we created technology and it's profitable, and we're basing off profit. On that regard, OnlyFans is a good option.
He's right.
OnlyFans is a good option.
Sorry, one second.
For the company.
Any young woman can go to college and become a nurse and instantly be employed. Can become a teacher and instantly be employed.
That's completely wrong.
This massively in demand.
That's absolutely incorrect.
What about
it is absolutely
You're
true.
not getting out of college and just getting a job. That's not true.
If you have a useful degree, you absolutely are.
Absolutely.
By the way, the 1 million figure, you've seen this probably online or in commentary, the notion that 1 million American women are on OnlyFans, that's an estimate that's probably inaccurate. It's probably a pretty big overestimate for some technical reasons. They do it based on the share of revenue by country, and then they assume that equals out equal revenue per person when it's actually hugely unequal. So that's kind of a flawed estimate, but I'll link to a source explaining that discrepancy if you're curious about that. But regardless, to suggest that young American women today have no other options than OnlyFans and that's why they're choosing it is just like not true. As you heard, I talked about it in this clip, there's a huge shortage of nurses. So people who go to college, get qualified to be a nurse, they're not going to have trouble finding work. By and large, there could be some exceptions somewhere, but there's a huge shortage of nurses. And the unemployment rate for nurses as of 2022 was 1.6%. That's extremely, extremely low. The same thing is true with teaching, which I also mentioned. There's a huge shortage of teachers in America that are qualified and interested. So if you go to college and you get certified to be a teacher, by and large, you'll be able to find a job as one. I'm not saying our economy is perfect or there's just this fountain of amazing paying jobs or anything like that. Of course not. But I'm just saying it's like bizarre and insane to suggest that women have no options other than OnlyFans. I don't know what reality these people are living in. And I just gave you two examples with teaching and nursing, but it's true across the board. The unemployment rate for women with a college degree is 3%. It's under 3%. That means almost all women with college degrees who are seeking employment find it. Like, there's some truth to the idea that young people face difficult prospects, but just the alarmist level and detachment from reality I felt both of them had kind of fallen for struck me as really, really quite something.